Yeah.
Hmm.
So the league is full of injuries, so they're not our normal fun storylines. So we have to talk about fun things, like how Zion talked about how he would like to his second place, his second favorite place to play in the league is New York. And now we have to talk about the Knicks because apparently that is a thing that we have to do anytime the Knicks are mentioned. I don't I get that they are better than they have been in recent years. This is what playoff contention for the first time since the Melo years, almost 10 years ago. I
Hmm.
don't care yet. Like they have to do something else for me to like make
Can
the
you
playoffs first.
can
Like
you
I'll talk
think
about
of
next year.
can you think of any other franchise in sports that is as annoying as the Knicks? Like the Knicks are as annoying as like any winning team. The Patriots, the Lakers, the Yankees, but don't win. Like the fan base is that annoying, but they haven't won in my lifetime. Can you think of any other franchise in sports who does that? Because that's ridiculous.
Cowboys.
You got a point. You
You
got a
got a point.
point. You
Cowboys,
got
and
a point.
that's also not good. But the Cowboys, no, the Cowboys didn't make the playoffs for the first time until like 5 6 years ago. Yeah, you're right. The Cowboys and the Knicks are the worst fan bases in sports.
So does that then make you a good fan base though? If your team is still lively during that, like you gotta like where's the
I,
support coming from?
so I think that part of the frustration with like the fan bases for like the Knicks or like the Lakers, like not to the same extent because like the Lakers have been good multiple times, um, or like the Cowboys is that like you it's just like it feels like as a fan base relative to other fan bases they feel like they have some sort of entitlement to success,
Yeah,
like li- like with Lakers fans on like basically everywhere saying they're gonna get every big name free agent. Also, the Knicks doing that too, kind of, but or like being like, hey, what if this person goes to New York? But like, but also with like the Zion thing, I feel like it's kind of a non-story just because like everybody likes to play at the Garden. Like Jordan's favorite place to play was at the Garden.
it's
There's
not
high school
kind
kids
of a
that
non.
weren't
Look,
talking about playing at the Garden.
it's not kind of a non-story. It's a non-story. Like we should not be talking about the Knicks to this level because, as Alan mentioned before the podcast started, ESPN might as well have been Nick Day. Ooh, it's Knickerbocker Day. There ain't nobody trying to talk and listen to the Knicks all day. Julius Randle, cool, right? He's having a great year. But every so often, you'll find that one person having a great year on a traditionally bad team, and all of a sudden, you hear a lot about them. But then when it comes to the Knicks, all of a sudden, this guy, Jesus Christ, he might as well be walking on water. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, and then it's like, and then is it bad that every single time something comes up like, Julius Randle's the first Nick to do this since blah 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 blah. I'm like, cause y'all ain't had nobody. They ain't
Since Walt
impressive.
Frazier.
They ain't impressive. Earl the Pearl. I'm like, y'all, you gotta go back to 1976. Go back to 1967. It's cause y'all ain't had nobody in your team. Melo don't do nothing but score. Or Melo didn't do nothing but score. So if it wasn't like a specific scoring record, then it don't matter to me because ain't nobody been doing nothing on your team since Phil Jackson played for y'all. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't care about y'all records because their records are null and void. Y'all have Patrick Ewing. Y'all have Patrick Ewing, but that's what? Points and rebounds. Julius Randle ain't getting no points and rebound numbers. He over here getting points, rebounds, and like 5 assists. He's the first person to have 40 points, um, uh, 12 rebounds with 6 assists. I'm like, come on now, like Patrick Ewing probably did that, but had 3 assists or something like that. You know what I mean? I'm like,
He
I
probably got
truly do not
blocks.
care about y'all. Man, I don't care about the Knicks. The Knicks are annoying.
Uh,
Like, how you a
um,
fan base and pretend to win?
Actually,
Like,
they don't even pretend to win because when they lose, they'll let you know how sucky the organization is, but they'll still come to every game. That's not.
you facts. Have you?
That's not how you get leadership to change.
They've been complaining about their owner for years. Like
he's legitimately trash though. Like they have every right to complain.
I ain't heard about this man once this year.
I mean, look, you low key haven't heard about him in 2 years since he's been chilling.
I haven't heard
chilling since
ever since they who did he kick out the Garden or who the oh man I'm tripping.
Oh, you talking about
Oakley. Ever since the Oakley incident, you ain't heard a peep. You ain't heard a peep, and he didn't kick him out, but it was the security. But after that, if you talk bad on the Knicks or something like that, they would kick you out the Garden though. And like it's been like a thing for the last couple of years that I've heard about. Cause I listen to a lot of podcasters who are New Yorkers and they go to Knicks games, whatever it is. And they're just like, it's just a thing now. But it's very under the radar. If you don't follow these certain individuals or you're not in New York, you want to hear about it. And also, you got so many New York fans for whatever reason. Well, there's obviously a reason in like the media, and the media, always wants to get the perception they want to give. So all of a sudden, there's something like that. They're like, no, shh. Keep it on the hush, hush. But they start winning, and winning is 6th place. Let's be real. They 6th in the East.
This close from being in the play-in.
They 6th in the East.
They're not even losing in the play-in.
They're not even killing. They winning, and all of a sudden, the skies opened up, and it's the second coming of Jesus Christ. I'm like, this is so stupid, man.
I mean, fairness though, like I'm kind of happy that Julius Randle is getting his praise now because like he's been good for a minute, but like people didn't want to recognize it for real.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, that's also like a Knicks-ish switch up that I don't really like. Can we pull up his stats for like the past 3 years? Because I feel like he's been on the verge of double doubles for like the past 3 years, where it's been like good productive numbers. And I get that his efficiency went up. What'd you say?
I don't think it's been a verge. I think he legitimately has.
Yeah, and I know his like efficiency and everything is going up this year because it's like his career year. But like, I'm pretty sure if we look at the numbers, this is like on trajectory for the point where this is about the time for him to become an all-star.
That pretty much tracks, yeah. Like really the biggest change in his numbers, looking at it, is his 3-point shooting shot up, like percentage-wise.
Yeah.
And he's getting a lot more assists, which may or may not just be the result of like better teammates or something. Like dudes getting better as well as like having better new players come through or something. But otherwise, yeah, this isn't like the idea that he could do this isn't as far-fetched when you look at his numbers.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I watched him against the Pelicans the other day, and he was hitting some ridiculous shots. I was like, my gosh.
He's a high-level dude, bro.
He's a high-level dude. No, he's a high-level dude who won't win a championship. Let's get it right. He's high-level, but like, he's not elite.
Yeah, that's why I say a high level.
I know, but people act like he elite though. You know what I mean? And I'm like, he elite. Like,
so technically he elite.
Like he's got the numbers.
He ain't getting no chance. He didn't get no chip though.
Hey, chips don't
make elite.
We can have this conversation all day long.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. But guess what? The most elite get at least one.
You said the most elite?
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking about the 1% of the
And Julius Randle's about to be the most elite of the. Julius Randle is legitimately about to be up there in the history books as one of the most elite Knicks ever. like legit. Like he's about to be one of the most elite of a franchise's history. And when I say most elite, Julius Randle, by the time this year ends, and let's say the Knicks, I don't know, I don't think he's gonna be a free agent, is he?
I don't think so. I thought he signed a contract last year, but I could be wrong.
Keeps this semi-level up for another year, just one more year. Julius Randle is going to be a top 4 Knick ever.
Bro, so you telling me they're starting all-time starting 5 is Earl the Pearl Monroe, Walt Frazier, Carmelo Anthony, Julius Randle, and Patrick Ewing.
Yeah.
That actually sounds like a fun lineup, I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
have no idea what Ray.
Walt Frazier.
Thank you. I have no idea what his.
Walt Frazier's the guy who does commentary from, right?
Right.
He always goes, with the spectacularness. That guy's commentary is nuts. Like, Walt Frazier's commentary is the exact opposite of the Charlotte Hornets commentary. Like, the Charlotte Hornets commentary,
Yeah.
oh my God, he just walked on water. Like, that guy be violent, and I love every single moment of it because let that man be a fan. You know what I mean? That man a fan. And the Hornets,
And
they
get paid
fun
to
to
be a
watch. Look, Miles Bridges, that man don't just dunk. That man be breaking the rim. And then LaMelo was doing all the fancy stuff. Like, let that man be a fan. But Walt Frazier is the complete opposite of that man. That man is, he went up there with the dastardly exuberance of I'm like, man, with his bright Steve Harvey suits. Like,
Hey, but that's Walt Frazier. I ain't gonna let you get on Unk like that. That's Walt Frazier.
hey, my
He's just a cool old man.
Once again, Calvin McGowan, hope you enjoyed yourself. If you are watching on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, leave something in the comments. You can also listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts. Made it this far, once again, thank you. I hope you got a lot done of whatever it was you were working on while listening to this. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.